The vinyl stickers, the logos, are from For Fandom's Sake on eBay. And I'll show you a picture later on. They're actually 6 stickers. There's 3 yellow diamonds, and then there's 3 red Superman emblem cutouts. The best way to do this is to take those cutouts and place them on the yellow diamond background while they're still on the paper. They're vinyl, see? You can see that shine. They're vinyl stickers, so I'm going to replace his logo with the black with one that's not. And it might be a little smaller, but not by much. And it might be just perfect. So, again, this one's an experiment. I'm going to do it with him. And like I said, I mess up. I got another one coming. So, stay tuned. I'm going to show you how it's done, or how I do it. Okay, what you want to do is you take your Q-tip, dunk it in the Winsor Newton. If you don't have Winsor Newton, I suggest 100% acetone, the one that the nail salons use. It's a big bottle. You got to be careful with that, because that will eat the plastic. You leave it on too long, and that's another reason why you have just some damp towel or damp paper towels on hand. So here we go. It's going to get nasty, right? I dab a little extra off and just go little by little. And see, that sucker's already coming off. Just take your time with it if you choose to do this crap. And I'm doing this because I don't want excess. It's going to go to the back and it's going to go on his cape. I might as well get his cape out of the way. Just work it. What you can do if you want is get it all over so it can saturate that thing. Saturate it. Oh, buddy, this feels dangerous. Get that stuff off. Okay, let it just wait while it eats it. And then with the dry one, you can start rubbing and see it gradually come off. Now I got my impatient ass. I keep going, like crazy. And I'm like, I'm getting all this stuff off as soon as I can. And see, sometimes you want to use a dry one. See what happens? I'm making a mess, right? But pretty soon, you're going to get all of it. And it's going to come right off. And just take your time. I am impatient as hell. So sometimes I rush. This is the first time I'm ever, doing a how-to on this, I think. And see, sometimes when it gets nasty, you just get a paper towel. And if you think it's going to drip anywhere, just wipe it. And that sucker will come off, baby. Look at that. Need some more. It's too bad that I think they discontinued this Winsor Newton, which is really stupid. They went to a less alcohol-y type of mixture, or base for it. And the one that they have now at Michael's and Hobby Lobby, I guess, is a different kind, and it doesn't work as well as this one. See, look at that. That thing is almost all the way off. Damn, I wish they didn't change this shit. I think they're gonna make some more, and we'll hear about it down the line. And then that black outline feels like it's the hardest thing to come off because it's black. It's really in there. So you just rub the stuff on. It's kind of weird me doing this with a compound that's kind of like discontinued, because it leaves you guys in a lurch. But I think you can probably do this with 100% acetone and you get the same result. You just got to be prepared to be all over it a little bit more because it'll eat that. And plus, you don't have to do this. The S was perfect, like I was telling you earlier. The S was pretty damn near perfect. I just know myself and I would not get used to the black outlines. So here we are. And it looks like I'm just going to have to soak the outline because that looks like to me in my eyes. That's the only thing that's remaining. It looks like I took off all the red and yellow. And just rub that bad boy off. I can still see traces of yellow and red in there. So you just go over it. And soak it. Maybe just let it sit for a while. I know when I was doing some of my G.I. Joe customs on the camouflage I wanted off, I just left the Winsor Newton to soak on there a little bit longer. But even with this, I don't want a chance that it messes with the plastic by leaving it on there too long. I've got water in this, so it's kind of washing it off too. You just got to get it to where you don't want to see any of that black outline on it. I still see a bunch over here. In the middle is a little yellow and red. With my luck, hopefully this doesn't discolor the chest that much. The vinyl sticker is going to go right on top. So I'm just letting it sit. Then wipe. Don't let it sit too long. You still want to wipe it when it's wet. And there. And stuff is almost gone. I can still see a little bit. I don't know if you guys can on the camera. See? Hopefully this light's hitting it all right. See, let me bring it here. So I can still see a little black up here. That black is in there, buddy. That black line. So just take your time. He's molded in this nice blue. That's what's cool. Wipe under his pectorals. Looks like all this was gone. You want to get it to where you use that wet. Use it while it's wet. Move it while it's wet. And then maybe dig in and rub. Because now with a little bit of force, while it's wet, the black outline that was fighting me a little bit is coming off now. Rub that shit. And make it, leave it wet. Leave it wet. And it looks like it's almost all off. So now, take a dry piece or a damper part and treat that plastic well. You know, give it some wet. You know what I mean? Because afterwards, I'm gonna spray Krylon acrylic matte spray over there to give him that dull, dry look. I don't need Superman looking, I don't need him having a wetsuit, you know what I mean? A lot of that is the sealer from the factory. It just protects the paint. But now that I took it all off, see how now it's nice and dull? I haven't even sealed it, but the shoulders are, and the legs are shiny. I just want to do a little extra to make sure the black is gone and all that red and yellow paint's gone. So what you want to do is take this off, and there it is, it's off. All right, guys, man, that looks kind of weird. I'm like, oh my God, no, what did I do? But wow, yeah, it took a little bit. Look at all that stuff. It took a little work, took a little elbow grease, but as you can tell, that thing works really good. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm looking too hard. I'm going to go ahead and go over it a little bit more just to make sure none of that diamond black is there. Leave it wet, you know, you can leave it, let it soak, let it soak, let it soak, you know, just seconds, and then preferably with, you know, a damp part of this, wipe it. You want to wipe it wet. Don't let it get sticky. Look at that. Smooth as his legs. Smooth, baby. Now's the tricky part. And I say that just because I psych myself out sometimes. I want a perfect Superman. If he ain't perfect, he ain't perfect. So I think in my eyes it's there. I don't think there's any hint of yellow or red on his chest. I think it looks pretty dope. Now I'm going to take these. The first decal I did was damn near perfect. See, there's no yellow on the outside. And plus, who gives a damn? Because I can cut with a razor. See how it's, I left a little outline here. I left a little outline over here and here. That's fine and dandy because you can cut it off before you put it on him. So I think it'll look good. So, I don't know. I can do this on screen. Or, what should I do? I want to know if I should do it on screen and fail in front of you guys, or fuck it up. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse my language. Screw it up and, who am I kidding? You know how I talk. And just show you the end result. Let's go for it. It's 13 minutes long anyway, right? What is this? Oh man, looking through the camera. I'm leaking over here. It's not going to do anything. It's just Winsor Newton. Let me put this away because you spill this anywhere and that thing is, this stuff is worth its weight in gold and you don't want to waste it. I've spilled bottles before. It sucks ass. Let's see. Let me lock this guy away. Again, this is Winsor Newton Brush Cleaner Restorer. It's actually used to clean your paint off your brushes. It cleans the paint off action figures really nice though. I've used it on Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe Classified, McFarlane DC Multiverse you've seen. I even used it on a Street Fighter, Jada Toys Guile that had paint crap on his tricep, and one of his American flags was messed up and I had to repaint it again. I gave that to Travis Moody. So anyways, all right, let me stop jibber jabbing and throw one of these badass logos on them. Let's see. I might get quiet here because I'm concentrating like a son of a bitch. And then what it says to do, for fandom's sake, said to use while you're doing this. He said use a hairdryer or a heat gun to gradually, you know, mold it to him, or, you know, let it go. But with vinyl, you got to be careful because you put too much heat on that sucker, you'll just burn through it. So I'm going to see how it goes little by little. And you got to really center this mother. So it was really up here. And it says to smush it down in the front. See, what's cool about the diamond and his logo, you've got the middle of his pecs, where his pecs meet. That's where you want the tip of the diamond, because this thing's in the center of his chest. Okay, let me see. Oof. That's why it's good sometimes to use the camera up here, because it's out of my way. So let's see if I can do this. At least I got 3 tries, right? And then, you know, you want to clear all the little, any little lint or black hair or t-shirt stuff or stuff from the carpet if you drop it and all that. Just make sure it's really clean. I was going to wait and make sure he is really, really clean. I mean, sometimes I just wet my finger with my tongue and just go over it to see if there's anything sticking to him. I think I see some, but see what I'm going to do, it's going to cover that. So sometimes I get ahead of myself and I'm like, it's going to be fine, but you want a solid area to work the decal. It's not a water slide decal. It's a vinyl decal. So I don't know. This is my first time working with them. So, oh man, let me see. Let me see how this is going to work. And going from one side to the next is kind of weird because I'm used to putting it in the middle and then working it from the sides. So that's what I think I'm going to do. And already it's got little filament hairs from the vinyl all over it. And then, you know, your fingers might have that crap. So just be careful what you do. I'm pretty happy with that. I can see a little hair right here. Oh, came off. Okay. Mess with the edges, but be careful with your finger. Make sure them things come off. The vinyl to me is right in the middle of his pecs. And then you want to smush it down. Holy crap, this came out not bad at all. And then you want to make sure you press down on all the little not air bubbles, but where it doesn't seem flat. And see how shiny it is? I don't like it to be shiny, but when we spray it, maybe that'll make a difference. To me, it's pretty damn straight. Straight enough. You guys tell me if it looks straight in your eyes. I think mine does. Good enough. I mean, the point is going right down the middle. Or does it look crooked to you? Say something. Yeah, it's fine to me. I just messed with it a little bit. Let's see what it looks like without this light. Looks fine to me, boss. Anyway, that's what I did to my Superman. Might do it to the next one. I got 2 more vinyl stickers over here. And I perceived myself to messed up, and it was like a little off. But all I did was go underneath it with this, and it peels right up, and you just stick it right back down. So I think it's pretty badass. I'll take some pictures and post them on the socials later. Anyway, thanks for hanging with me. I know it's 20 minutes long. Maybe I'll edit it. Maybe I won't. But I think I'm going to spray him down a little bit, so it's really in there and really less bubbly and whatever. Let me see if I can warm it up real quick. Hold on. I think that might have did the trick. Excuse me again. Yeah, there's a bubble there. All right, guys. And that's it. I'll post some pictures later. Thanks for hanging out. See you on the next one. Take care, guys.